One of the most illustrious nights of horse racing in the world, Meydan Racecourse played host to the 24th Dubai World Cup night, and what an evening it promised to be. It was the 10th year that His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum's premier racing event was held at this stunning venue, and horses came from all corners of the globe to win on the richest night of horse racing in the world. $35 million worth of prize money, 14 racing jurisdictions fighting it out for their piece of history.
First up, the purebred Arabians and the $1 million Kahela Classic. And in the spirit of the very best horses going toe-to-toe with each other, we were treated to a tough, gritty display, which had drama right up until the line.
Gates are back and they're racing, and Maya, one of the best to begin, and Fazza El Khaladia went straight out the back, but Maya straight to the front. El Shamouz getting off the fence behind it in second. Talib El Khaladia is going to be trapped out a little bit wide as Banamaj goes forward. Next of all is Mawi hip into the first corner. Ridden along is El Sajanjal as they leave the straight. They were followed next of all by Ziad, and outside of it very deep is Shaddad as they run up the side of the track. Next of all then is Darius Dupayon, who's made up some ground. Alongside of it is Ramas, then came Fazza El Khaladia. Goshawk is a mile back with Amwaj and Mugadir. Into the back they go, 26.73 for the lead, and Tygo Shea dictates the race with Maya. Maya's out by a length and a quarter. Up on the outside is El Shamouz in second. Barnamaj going closer, and Talib El Khaladia out full wide, stalking the speed. 2 lengths away to Shaddad, 3 lengths off in the field to Ziad. Next of all then is Mawi here. They were followed by Fazza El Khaladia. Goshawk improves along with Ramas. Feeling the pinch, Darius Dupayon. Well back is Amwaj. Next of all Elsa Janjal, and out the back as they turn off the back straight is Mugadir. About to turn down the side of the track. 800 metres to go. Maya still has plenty to give, but up on the outside stalking it is Talib El Khaladia. Fazza El Khaladia warms into the race. Next of all Tari is Barnamaj, followed by Shaddad Goshawk. Next then is Ziad as they come to the top of the straight, followed by Ramas, and then came El Shamouz, but they turn in, and up on the outside is Fazza El Khaladia, who puts the acid test on Maya as they turn for home. Talib El Khaladia drops off. It's Maya, and over on the outside Fazza El Khaladia. 280 metres to go in the Kahela Classic. Fazza El Khaladia found a neck, fighting hard. Maya over on the inside. They're beaten off Talib El Khaladia, the front runner. Fazza El Khaladia. Maya coming back over on the inside. It's Fazza El Khaladia. Maya lifting herself off the canvas over on the fence. Maya coming back, goes to Fazza El Khaladia. They drive the line. Maya. Great result for Enstortel and Tygo Shea. It fought off Fazza El Khaladia, and a gap away in the field then to running on was Amwaj. They were followed by Talib El Khaladia. Then came Goshawk. Next to come in is Shaddad. Then came behind them Ziad. Well back was Ramas, followed by Mugadir, along with Barnamaj, and one of the last to come in was Mawi Hip, and also Darius Dupayon and El Shamouz.
Well, he was a man in demand. I was desperate to talk to Ernst as they crossed the line. You thought you'd won, but there were a few anxious moments there.
Yeah, very, very tough. I mean, I thought I won when I watched the TV and closely, and I thought I won. But, you know, I was so, you're filled with emotions like you can't believe. I mean, I've had this horse since he's a baby, and he's improved immensely, and it's just brilliant.
And you deserve this, because it's been an incredible season for you, and this just caps it. As far as moments in your career are concerned, Ernst, is this right at the top?
Yeah, no, this is top. I mean, this is what we aim for. This is like winning the World Cup for the thoroughbreds. So, this is our peak, and I can't be happier, So, and we've had a great season, so, when the luck's with you, the luck's with you.
The luck has not always been with you personally. We know that you had that horrendous injury a few years ago. It nearly cost you your life, but here you are, topping the trainers' table in the UAE. I'd imagine there are a lot of people who've helped you along the way.
Exactly, no, exactly. It's not much myself. I've got a big team behind me, and, it's good that I could bounce back and that, you know, the team helped me, so I'm very happy.
Could you have ever imagined in those dark moments that you'd be standing here today?
No, to be honest, not.
And a word for the winning rider, Tyg O'Shea. He's been a fantastic ally for you.
Yeah, you know, me and Tate go back a long way, and he's a great friend and a great rider.
I don't want to let you miss your moment, Ernst. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tyg, let's start with the finish of this race. How in the world did you get this horse to battle back?
Well, look, he's all heart. To be honest with you, I was questioning myself all year. I was getting beat on Abu Dhabi off marks of the high 70s. He's a horse I told Ernst in October, you won't have many better in the barn. And then after we getting beat 4 times, I was thinking, well, I've got that wrong. But he's finally put it together and he's got it on dirt. And as I said, he's a big, big heart. 99% of horses would have basically given up when the second gave him a proper bump and knocked him off his stride. But I had the railing to help and a very willing partner with a big heart.
How did you get him to relax so nicely out on the front end?
Look, Ernst is a tremendous trainer, and this fella, he's got plenty of experience. He's still a young horse, but we ran him plenty, probably albeit over the wrong trip. But better late than never, we're finally getting it right.
You've had a lot of success in riding Arabian horses. Where would you rank this for you, Tyg?
Well, look, it's been 10 years since I won this race on the mighty Mizna, you know, and to win races like this, on horses like this, you know, they need to have courage, determination, and a big heart, and I think he showed all 3 there.
Tyg, this was an unforgettable performance. Well done.
Thank you. Cheers. Appreciate it.
After the purebred Arabians had their turn, it was time for the thoroughbreds and the Group 2 Godolphin Mile, sponsored by Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum City District 1. Heavy Metal had taken the prize 12 months earlier and was back to try and double up, but the international favourite was Muntazar. Second in 2018, he'd unleashed a devastating performance in the Burj Nahar, the traditional trial on Super Saturday, slamming Good Curry by 10 lengths, and there was every chance of another big display.
Gates are back and they're racing. Uae Derby missed the start by 2 lengths. Heavy Metal away quickly, and so too Muntazar. Up on the outside, Good Curry, and away well is Cold Front as they head into the dogleg corner. Next of all is Kim Bear over on the fence from Secret Ambition. Ibn Malik, Major Partnership. Getting back was True Timber, then came Lagrado, Muzzawat, and 5 lengths away to Uae Derby as they're on their way down the back. And the front runner is Heavy Metal trying to defend the crown. Muntazar is up on the outside at his bridle. Next of all is Good Curry. Kim Bear down on the fence. Cold Front trapped out wide. Ibn Malik between horses. Then Secret Ambition, Major Partnership, True Timber. Then Lagrado. Muzzawat and Uae Derby has caught the field. 24.43 was the lead as they come down the side of the track. Heavy Metal shows the way. Muntazar gets to it in his nose now on the outside, and they pretty well cast the same shadow. Cold Front is up on the outside, stalking them, followed by Kim Bear, Secret Ambition. Next of all, Muzzawat, followed by Ibn Malik, Lagrado. Then came well back Uae Derby, and also True Timber for home. They come. Heavy Metal, the leader. Up on the outside, Muntazar's about a half length away. Cold Front trying to finish on, followed by Kim Bear. They go to the 270, and Heavy Metal kicks up a gear, gets out by 2. Cold Front begins to finish on. Muntazar drops off as Heavy Metal clear in the Godolphin Mile. Cold Front from the USA coming hard. Heavy Metal in front. Cold Front with every bound getting there. Cold Front goes up, grabs the front, and Cold Front wins it for the US. Cold Front over Heavy Metal. They're beaten off Muntazar. Close up Kim Bear, Secret Ambition, Muzzawat. Next to come in was Lagrado, followed by True Timber. Then Ibn Malik. Uae Derby missed the start, and from then was in a lot of trouble. Well back was Major Partnership and a Good Curry.
An emotional Jose Ortiz. Jose, where is this emotion coming from for you?
It's missing my family back home.
What would you like to say to him back home, Jose?
That I love him and thank you for all the support.
Your first ride ever here at Meydan, and you pull off this win from an outside draw. How did you overcome the outside draw?
I knew we have a good shot. My horse has speed, and I knew he was going to put me in a good position in the backside, and he did. And I appreciate the opportunity the owner gave me, and Mr. Todd Pletcher, who gave me the opportunity to ride this amazing horse.
A first win for Todd Pletcher on World Cup night. What would you like to say to Todd back home?
Thank you, I appreciate it.
How easily did he relax for you down the backstretch?
They went fast enough, which was good. One horse that I didn't expect it to be there was the 10 horse, and he was there, so he carried me a little bit wild in the turn. But I was able to make the turn right next to the 6 horse, and when I hit a left hand, he gave me another kick, and we pull up the win. I'm very happy.
Enjoy it, and good luck the rest of the night, Jose.
Thank you.
Owner Saul Kuman, this is your third Dubai World Cup night victory. Just take me through the emotions of watching him down the stretch.
Oh, it was awesome. I couldn't tell where the finish line was, but he was in a good spot. Great ride by Jose. Unbelievable job by Todd Pletcher. And it's just an awesome win. I've got to find Bob LaPenta. I haven't seen him yet. Where is he? Where's Bobby?
How does it feel to be a part of Todd Pletcher's very first Dubai World Cup win night?
Wow, I didn't know that. I wish he was here. He's got too many Derby runners getting ready, but he's done a fabulous job. His team here, and I'm super proud, super happy to be a part of it.
To kick off the thoroughbred racing, the Americans, what does that say for the competition later on tonight, Yoshida and Audible?
It's good. It takes some pressure off. We can relax and enjoy the day. Bobby!
We've got to get Bob LaPenta. He looks like he's pretty busy. Bob, we got to talk with you. It has been a big year for Bob LaPenta. He won the Travers with Catholic Boy, and now a victory in the Godolphin Mile.
You're my lucky charm.
I like to hear that.
He was supposed to come to lunch with us, but he got stuck on the plane.
That was an awesome race, and what an awesome horse he is. And you're right, Catholic Boy, he does that too.
You've had to be so patient with this horse. What has it been like, the ride?
He's had some issues, and first it was his right leg, his left leg, and then it was his right leg. And we sent him to WinStar, and they did a phenomenal job getting him back. And you could see he's at the top of his game.
And how about Todd Pletcher? That training job?
Todd, you did a great job.
Hey guys, go enjoy the victory. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
The Group 2 Dubai Gold Cup, sponsored by Altair Motors, was missing its star attraction for the last 3 years, Vazirabad, but it was an exciting renewal in its own right. Charlie Appleby looked to hold all the aces. Ispellini had been improving with each run at the carnival, taking the Nad El Sheba trophy by 10.5 lengths a month earlier. But there was even more excitement to see the reigning Melbourne Cup hero Cross Counter begin his campaign before heading back to Europe.
Racing in the Dubai Gold Cup and a fairly even start, although Team Talk was a little bit tardy and went back to the rear of the field. Prince of Arran away very quickly, along with Red Galileo. Marinaresco a little keen over on the fence. Call the Wind was next, and Cross Counter moves up on the outside, going forward from Sharp Polo. Next of all is Ispellini, the white Godolphin colours, or the white cap on the Godolphin colours. Platinum Warrior down on the inside, going up deep at Team Talk, and between horses Gold Mount. Down the straight they come the first time in front of the massive crowd here on Dubai World Cup Night 2019. And the front runner, Red Galileo, bowls along by a half length over Prince of Arran. Getting across to be in third position with cover is Cross Counter. Marinaresco down to the fence, followed by Call the Wind. Next of all then is Team Talk, sliding a little wider. They were followed by Sharp Polo. Down on the fence is Ispellini, then came Gold Mount, and back at the tail of the field is Platinum Warrior. They go by the Maidana Hotel, and the front runner is Red Galileo, about to leave the straight and shows out by a length over Prince of Arran, moving closer. Team Talk the outside. Next then is the Melbourne Cup winner Cross Counter, has been given beautiful cover over towards the fence now. Next of all is Call the Wind, the outside of Marinaresco. Getting back in the field with Sharp Polo, followed by Ispellini. Towards the tail is Gold Mountain. Last of all is Platinum Warrior. The first 400 metres was 27.17 as they raced into the back straight. 1,800 metres left to go in the Gold Cup, and Red Galileo shows the way for Pat Cosgrave. Prince of Arran been given a lovely ride by Murphy in second. Up on the outside, Team Talk, Cross Counter. Next then is Call the Wind in the white with the green band. Marinaresco down on the fence, followed by Sharp Polo. Then came Ispellini, who's just slightly crowded away from Gold Mountain. Back at the tail is Platinum Warrior. They go down by the final 1,200 metres, and still the front runner, Red Galileo. There's been absolutely no change in the order. Red Galileo's had a nice lead, led by a length and a quarter, Prince of Arran. Next is Cross Counter. Over on the outside, Team Talk. Next, Call the Wind, followed by Marinaresco. Then came Ispellini, looking to improve, but shuffled between horses from Sharp Polo. Gold Mount the outside, and Platinum Warrior. They're more compact now as they come down the side and up Up on the outside, Prince of Aaron goes to Uae Ball. Red Galileo, cross counter, travelling strongly in third. Marinaresco not done with Ispalini's got a lovely run up on the inside, needs an out now. They were followed by Call the Wind, Sharp Polo, Platinum Warrior, then Gold Mountain, a gap away to Team Talk, but they turn for home, and Ispalini's got a beautiful run up on the inside. Races alongside a cross counter, and they're broken away. 5 lengths then to Call the Wind. Marinaresco followed by Gold Mount. Inside the 300 metres is Ispalini, and cross counter with 4 lengths to Call the Wind. Cross counter over on the outside. Ispalini tries to lift. Gold cross counter in front. Ispalini can't go with them in the late stages, and the Melbourne Cup winner is now the Dubai Gold Cup winner. It is cross counter, drawing clear to win by a length and a quarter over Ispalini. Next to come in is Call the Wind, followed after a gap to Gold Mount, then Marinaresco, Platinum Warrior, Sharp Polo. A gap off to Red Galileo. Prince of Aaron dropped out from the top of the straight, and Team Talk was back at the rear.
William, a brilliant finish from the Melbourne Cup winner in cross counter. Did you notice that Ispalini had snuck along on the inside as you turned for home?
I did. I obviously haven't seen the replay, but I say Brett gave Ispalini a lovely ride, and he kind of pounced on me, you know, and Ispalini is a horse with a good turn of foot over this trip, so they both ran great. This horse just confirmed, you know, the class he showed in the Melbourne Cup last year, and I think the great thing about this horse is I really do think he has a class for 1.5 miles, but he stays 2 miles, so look, he's still a young horse, and there's plenty more fun to be had with him.
How did he settle in early on for you?
He settled beautifully, really. He jumped a little bit slow. The pace was a little bit stop-start, but look, he just showed his class, and obviously he's his first run for the year, so I'd say there's a bit to work on as well.
The last time you were with him was at York. How different of a horse is he right now?
Yeah, he's just another winter on his back. He's done in the water good, and you know, everything happened a bit quick for him, but look, he obviously finished off last year very good, so no, great to get him back again this year.
Just about a perfect result in the Dubai Gold Cup for Charlie Appleby. 1-2 with cross counter as Melbourne Cup winner and Ispalini. You were inscrutable through the final furlong. I couldn't lip read what you were saying. What were you thinking?
I was just pleased. I was pleased that Brett got a nice run up the inside there, because at one stage, as we all were there to see, you know, he was in a nice pocket, but Brett gave him a lovely ride and got him up the inside there and gave himself every chance of winning. But look, at the end of the day, he's lost nothing in defeat to cross counter. As we all know, he's a Melbourne Cup winner and a horse that's still got a very bright future ahead of him, I'm sure.
And therein must lie the depth of the satisfaction to bring a horse back from Australia, back from a race like this, and build for the next season.
For sure, as we all know, it's just it was a tough ask, you know, to go down as a free-roll, and you know, to go and win it, and in the way he did, you know, it's always in the back of your mind. Did that leave anything, you know, on him in respects to? Did that take a bit out of him? And this is our first, obviously, opportunity to run him since then, and I think he's answered all the questions we need to know now. He's enjoying life and he's going the right way.
He was quite fresh off a slow early pace. Were you ever worried about that?
No, because to be fair, Christoph came around the outside of William and that just got William into a nice pocket there, and he just, you know, I noticed he switched off again, but never worry when you've got nice horses and the jocks up that we've got, so we're in a good posse.
And of all the runners you've got this evening, would it be fair to say that cross counter was in some respects the most important? Unfair question, I know.
Look, I say the most important. We've seen what he's done, and hopefully he's going to show us what he can go and do further on down the line. But look, every runner tonight's important, as it always is on the world stage, and I'm just delighted we've got the first one out of the way, and we'll try and focus on the next few runners now.
And Charlie, finally, what do you think will be cross counter's ultimate big target this season?
I just spoke to His Highness there, Sheikh Mohammed, and just said we'll let it all just calm down for the next week or two, but maybe we might still look towards the Gold Cup.
The Gold Cup at Alaska. Charlie, well done.
Thanks, Nick.
The first Group 1 of the night, the Al Cos Sprint, sponsored by Azizi Developments, revolved around one horse and his bid to right last year's wrong. Blue Point was the hot favourite for the race last year, only to be dramatically withdrawn at the last second when he was found to be bleeding from the nose. A subsequent Royal Ascot winner in the Group 1 King's Stand Stakes, he was looking to cement his position at the top table of global sprinting.
Racing in the El Quoz, Ektiar was a little bit slowly out, along with also Mazzini. Firing away quickly is Belvoir Bay and Caribou Club. Sansamali and also Stormy Liberal right there. The right man isn't too far away. Brave Smash, Blue Point together. Blue Point getting a little keen. Ectiar just behind it. Illustrious Lad, then Vidora. They were followed by Wishful Thinker, and getting a little way back in the field now was Mazzini. Is going to be back with the tail of the field along with Lost Treasure. 600 metres to go, and Belvoir Bay will bring them onto the course proper over Sansamali. Stormy Liberal, Brave Smash tracking into it nicely. Blue Point is alongside of it. Illustrious Lad, Ectiar, Caribou Club, the mare Vidora making ground behind them. The leader is Belvoir Bay. Sansamali, Blue Point hasn't been let off the leash yet. It comes hard on the outside. Stormy Liberal, Brave Smash and Vidora behind them. The front end of Belvoir Bay. Now Blue Point up on the outside levels. It's Blue Point going to Belvoir Bay. He fights hard. Blue Point put his nose in front, and this is the champion sprinter. It is Blue Point racing away by a length over Belvoir Bay. Then Stormy Liberal. They were followed by Vidora. Close up behind them is the right man with Sands of Mali. Then came Wishful Thinker. Next in Brave Smash, followed by Ectiar, Illustrious Lad. Then Lost Treasure, Caribou Club, and Mazzini back at the rear.
What a night it's already been here with trainer Charlie Appleby. Blue Point, after what happened last year prior to the Alquas sprint, what does this victory feel like?
I'm delighted. He taught me how to compose myself last year. Look, he's a horse, as a lot of people know. He's been very close to my heart since he was a 2-year-old. You know, he was always the quickest thing I've ever seen on a gallop, and he's just a horse that's maturing all the time. And this year we've been very confident that we've got the finished article now, and probably 5 or 6. It really doesn't. I think it showed tonight. It's when you're at the top of your game in these sprinting divisions, he's going to be hard to beat.
Now, perfectly timed ride by William Buick here. What do you have to say about the combination between these two? Because he seems to really get the best out of him.
Look, William and Bond always have bonded very well, but William rides a lot of work on him at home, and he just knows this horse inside out. And full credit to everybody at home as well. They've done a fantastic job. But William's body language, I was never too confident in Group 1 for sure, but his body language, I was very happy 2 down and going. It's only a matter of just pressing the button. I was confident he'd find when William gave him a smack.
I mean, the mare gave him really everything she had, but coming down the line, you were confident he'd get there?
Yeah, for sure. Got to be in this game.
How confident were you feeling on the rest of the card?
Look, as I've always said, the carnival's gone well. The horses have showed their well-being, and I was pleased with the way they're coming into tonight. But on a world stage like this, it's always tough competition out there, so you never count your eggs before they hatch there. But yeah, I'm pleased with the way they are, and it's an exciting night.
Well done.
Thank you ever so much.
Well, William, you can get used to this, most certainly another win here on World Cup night. And first of all, how did he behave before the race?
Yeah, great, and he's after his experience here last year, he's really turned the corner, and this year in his 2 prep runs for this race, he didn't set a foot wrong, and he copied that tonight. He had to dig a little bit deeper tonight, but he did it easily, and not very often you say this about a horse, but he's a monster.
Was he keen early?
He just travels so well, and it's just all about containing him over this trip, He's got so much raw natural speed, and he's got so much confidence running through his body as well. So, look, he eats up the ground when you ask him.
How much confidence does that give you?
Yeah, great confidence, and of course he's in great shape. He's been training great as well. So, no, it's lovely when you're dealing with horses like this.
Cheers to a double.
Thank you very much.
From hardened sprinters to promising 3-year-olds, the Group 2 Uae Derby, sponsored by Saeed and Mohammed Al Nabouda Group, has become a route for horses with an eye on the Kentucky Derby in recent years. And with a win and you're in ticket to the big prize in Louisville, this year's renewal saw added American interest to try and upset the usual European and local challengers.
Ready. They're racing. Van Beethoven was slowly into stride, and also Golden Jaguar was on the back foot as they left the gates release. Swift Rose and also Stubbins coming across from wide draws, and Walking Thunder is going to hold up over on the inside, and Divine Image forward as well. Coming across Superior, getting into a good spot as they leave the straight. Mangusi goes up very wide on the track. Le Coup Parfait over on the fence. Then Grey Magician. Jabath is over on the inside. Out deep and going up up wider is Rosina, then Dermalouve. Down on the inside and locked away as they go to the back straight is Golden Jaguar, Al Hayat, and Van Beethoven on a wide trip was back at the rear. 25.83 the lead as they run their way down the back, and Swift Rose leads the Derby field. Second is Stubbins the outside, Manguzzi 3 wide. Between horses Divine Image, and over on the inside Walking Thunder. Next is Superior, allowed to stride a little closer. Placoup Parfait down on the fence ahead of Jabath, who's got off the rails. Then Rosina, Grey Magician, followed by Dermalouve. Van Beethoven trying to improve but out very wide. Golden Jaguar is over on the fence, and Al Hayat is under pressure. Down before the bend they come. Swift Rose is the leader. As they come to the final 650, it is Swift Rose leading over Stubbins on the outside. Manguzzi's at a wide trip, beginning to fiddle a little bit. They were followed by Walking Thunder. Divine Image is gone. Placoup Parfait looking to get into the clear. Next of all then is Superior, and out wider on the track is Grey Magician, but they turn in, and Manguzzi still comes on strong. Manguzzi up on the outside, goes to the front over Swift Rose, Stubbins. Now down the outside, Grey Magician and Placoup Parfait over on the inside. Manguzzi joined by Grey Magician. Placoup Parfait is finishing hard along the inside. Placoup Parfait went to the front. Grey Magician went with it. Placoup Parfait in front, and Placoup Parfait takes it out. Placoup Parfait takes out the Derby, wins it over Grey Magician, and Manguzzi a gap off to Dermalouve running on, followed by Swift Rose, Stubbins. Next in was Walking Thunder, a gap off to Superior, Van Beethoven, Rosina, Jabath, then Al Hayat. Divine Image dropped out, and well back to was Golden Jaguar.
Well, Brendan Walsh, he's getting congratulations from everybody. You just said to me, how about that? Just describe what we witnessed from him today.
Well, that's the horse that we thought he was. You know, I'm not totally surprised. He's just done so well since he got over here, Brittany. You know, I had it in the back of my mind, of course, you never try to get too pumped up over it, because it just, you know, what this game is like. But no, it's a thrill to come back here and to win a race like that, you know, where I spent so many years before. It's just fantastic. I can't describe it.
I can just see a little overcome with emotions now.
Yeah, well, we've had a tough year. We've had a few personal things have been very tough, and so we are a little emotional today, I'm afraid.
Horse racing always finds a way to uplift you. Of course, 100 points to the Kentucky Derby. Is that the plan?
Yeah, I guess it's going to be hard not to go now, right?
Yes, absolutely. Congratulations.
Thanks, Brittany. Thank you.
Jose, 2 for 2, striking 100% on World Cup night in his career. Outside posts in the Godolphin Mile, inside weaving through horses here in the Derby. How did you work out this trip?
The horse helped me a lot. He put me in a good spot, and every time I asked him to go to a position, he take me there. And we got lucky when we passed the water pole. I could have dived in, and he would respond really well.
How many holes did you hit down the stretch?
Just that one, you know. But I'm really, really happy, extremely happy for Brendan and his team. They deserve to win this.
What have you learned in these 2 rides that you've had on the dirt here at Meydan? How is this track playing?
The track is really well. It's very fair, and I think it's the horse like it. You know, you just can't sit wherever the horse is comfortable and give him a chance, and they're gonna run well.
We see you get in these zones often back in the United States, and you're on the world's biggest stage here at Meydan. How much confidence do you have right now, Jose?
I always confident on my horses. I galloped this horse, and I knew he was doing really well, so I'm very confident.
Best of luck the rest of the night.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it.
So the Americans took the UAE Derby and had a great chance of a quick double in the Group 1 Dubai Golden Shaheen, sponsored by Gulf News. The US had won 3 of the last 4 runnings of the race and had provided one of the finishes of the night a year prior, when Mind Your Biscuits got up in the shadows of the post to deny XY Jet. The latter was back for more, and was fancied by many to go one better a year on in a race he'd also finished runner-up in 2016.
Racing in the Golden Shaheen and XY Jet was the best to begin and clearly wins the start. Matera Sky surfs across to second. Imperial Hint back to third, followed by 9 Below Zero. Then Promises Fulfilled, Tato Key, 2 lengths to Switzerland, drafted her. And up on the outside is Fight Hero. They go through the first 300 metres behind XY Jet. Shows the way off the back over Matera Sky. Travelling strongly, Imperial Hint over on the fence. They were followed then by 9 Below Zero. Promises Fulfilled down on the rails, Tato Key, Switzerland. 3 lengths away in the field, then 2 Fight Hero. And drafted with it all to do from the back. 24.34 was the lead sectional. The front runner XY Jet as they turn in. Matera Sky goes up to have a crack as they turn. Followed by Imperial Hint then. Came next of all Promises Fulfilled. Followed by 9 Below Zero. Drafted too far back seemingly. It's XY Jet in front. Matera Sky trying to go with it. Next is Imperial Hint down the outside. XY Jet trying to cling on. It's clear a length over Matera Sky. XY Jet well clear in the Golden Shaheen. Try again. He wins. It is XY Jet by a length and a half over Matera Sky. Third in Imperial Hint. They were followed by Promises Fulfilled. Drafted arrived too late, ran fifth. They were followed by Fight Hero, then 9 Below Zero. Behind them is Switzerland, and back of the tail is Tato Key.
And Amicia Jaramillo, how does that feel after those 2 beats that you had getting nailed right on the wire?
It's very good. My horse is my favorite. I love you, my horse. I love you, sir.
You're speechless.
That's it's Georgie.
He's emotional.
Jorge, just quickly. Exchanging a kiss here, and you can just see what these horses mean to these individuals. And Tom was talking about, I just want to talk to you again, Jorge. I mean, as what we've seen with him, with XY Jet, and being beaten, and the fashion in which he won, what did you think when you saw Promises Fulfilled not be able to keep up with him early?
You know what, I told Dale that my horse was going to come out of there running today. I kept him fresh. Like I said, guys, this is my 4th year in a row. I have learned so much what to do and then what not to do over here, and he proved it. I brought a fresh horse, I brought a happy horse, and he paid for it.
I expected you to let it loose a little bit more, really, in all honesty. How are you keeping this together right now?
I'm the head of the team. I can't lose it. I'll lose it later on, believe me.
Well done, my friend.
Thank you.
Well, what a moment as XY Jet finally lands his deserved Golden Shaheen. Brian Trump from Rockingham Ranches pivoting round to talk to me. You must be a delighted man. What does this horse mean to you and your team?
It means so much. You know, 4 years ago we came here with the dream of winning this one day. We lost by a nose or a neck that year. 2 years later we came back, lost by a nose, and we've had this spot picked out for years. I'm so excited to finally bring this bird trophy home, this beautiful falcon, the Shaheen. Oh, I can't even explain it.
And we were expecting, of course, Roy H. to be representing as well. Yes. It's been an extraordinary story with a number of twists. Are you, in your heart of hearts, quite pleased that he wasn't here and this horse could have his day in the sun?
You know, I wouldn't pick one or the other. To me, they're so special either. And Roy H. has given us so many journeys. 2-time Eclipse champion, 2-time Breeders' Cup Sprint champion. I mean, it's hard to complain. But that being said, you know, this horse has worked hard, and he's a gritty horse, and today he deserved it.
Brian, all these top-class sprinters, all these big paydays, are you lucky or brilliant?
That's a great question. How about a little bit of each?
Now is not the time to be modest.
No? Okay. I'd say we're pretty lucky.
Top man, Brian. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Dubai World Cup night was designed to attract the best horses in the world, and the Group 1 Dubai Turf, sponsored by DP World, had done just that. Japan's Almond Eye had dominated her nation's programme by taking the Fillies Triple Crown and proving herself as a gigantic talent when winning the Japan Cup when last seen. She was the most hotly anticipated horse to arrive in the UAE since Arrogate in 2017, but she was running over a shorter trip than usual and was having her seasonal reappearance. Nevertheless, expectation was very high for the Wonder Filly.
Ready. Gates are back and they're racing in the Dubai Turf. I Can Fly was the last to leave. Southern Legend away quickly over on the inside of Almond Eye, and Dream Castle driving through. Century Dream goes up on the outside without parole, and Wootner going to go forward as well. And now Mountain Hunter with the red cap is driving up there. Lemaire just took a hold with Almond Eye to drop back into around about 7th position. Vivlos over on the inside. Lord Glitters next from Majestic Mambo. Then came Deirdre, a length and a half to I Can Fly, and back at the tail is Yulong Prince. Down the back they go. 24.47 was the lead, and Century Dream takes over and races out by 3 lengths. It's Century Dream over without parole. Dream Castle down on the inside. Wooden out 3 wide. Between horses is Mountain Hunter. 2 lengths away in the field then to Almond Eye and Vivlos. Almond Eye is 3 wide. Southern Legends over on the fence, followed then by, as they turn down the side, Lord Glitters, Majestic Mambo. Deirdre is strung up between horses. Next of all then, as they come to the top of the straight, Yulong Prince, and just ahead of it is I Can Fly. Top of the straight they come, and the leader as they turn in is Century Dream. Shows out by a length and a half. Over without parole as they turn in. Wooden up on the outside, Dream Castle. Almond Eye with a shadow roll comes out to the middle of the track, and trying to track it is Lord Glitters. They go to the final 300 metres. Century Dream in front, but here she comes. Almond Eye out in the middle. Quickly raced up, went to the front. Running on hard is Vivlos between horses. Almond Eye in front. Vivlos is down the outside with Lord Glitters, but Almond Eye well clear. Vivlos tries to get there. The Japanese knew it. The world suspected it. Tonight she confirms it. Almond Eye is an equine masterpiece and wins by a length and a half. Second Vivlos, third across the line Lord Glitters. Next to come in after a gap is Deirdre, followed by Without Parole. Then Century Dream, Southern Legend, Yulong Prince. Behind them was Wooden. Then came Majestic Mambo. Well back in the run was Mountain Hunter, and I Can Fly and Dream Castle were pulled up very quickly.
Almond Eye is a superstar. This is a brilliant filly. She has bettered global rivals and a useful field of global rivals in the Dubai turf, and she's done so with contemptuous ease. In the end, the winning margin was perhaps not as significant as we thought it might be, but she glided past her field with a 3-wide trip throughout. It was most impressive the way she got there. In the end, she just had to be kept up to her work by Christophe Lemaire to win. Vivlos was second, and Lord Glitters has completed the 1, 2, 3 with Deirdre in 4th and Without Parole 5. But for Japan again, Almond Eye it is that has won, and Almond Eye's trainer is once again with me now. Mr. Gennady, congratulations. How worried were you through the last 100 yards there?
So I'm a little bit nervous. So I mean, so I'm a little bit up. So I lost my word.
You lost your voice. I'm not surprised you lost your voice. You were cheering her home. Why is this such an important result for Japan?
Yeah, because I can continue my dreams. Yeah. So next, go to Europe, maybe, then Aku.
So she will go to Europe, to York, to the international stakes, the Juddmonte International in August?
Maybe.
And then after that to Paris for the Arc de Triomphe?
Yeah, that is our dream. So definitely we'd like to take her to Arc. Yeah.
Well, the dream is still alive. She is keeping you right at the top of your game. Many congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Christophe, we knew that she was great going into this race, but how were you able to wait as long as you did down the stretch to finally ask her to go?
Well, she was going on her own, so I had no way to push her too soon. It's first time out this year. When I felt I could win, I wanted to win only on what she needed. We have a long season in front of her, so she will have bigger fights again. So today I'm very glad the job is done. Let's look forward now.
Were you happy with her the way that she was going? Christophe, were you happy with the way that she was going early on in the race?
Yes, she broke well today, and I could take good position. She was very relaxed, and then she used a powerful stride at the end. She was brilliant.
She's so loved back in Japan, as are you. What would you like to say to the fans and your fans and her fans back home in Japan?
Thank you for coming. You know, Japanese fans are great supporters. They follow their horses all around the world. And we will travel again, hopefully, with Almondai. So keep supporting her.
Is she the best you've ever sat on the back of?
One of the best, yes.
Congratulations and good luck on the rest of 2019.
The Group 1 Longines Dubai Shima Classic was the perfect hors d'oeuvre for the main event 40 minutes later, but was in fact a meal in itself. Old Persian had looked very exciting in his prep run in the Dubai City of Gold on Super Saturday, winning when the race wasn't run to suit, but he was facing a strong international challenge this time around. Still, hopes were high for the big local horse.
We're all set. Ready. Gates are back and they're racing. Desert Encounter missed the start and will slide across the back of the field. Magic Won, the filly, commenced beautifully. Went to the lead early on from a Hunting Horn, and Raider Oro up on the outside. Racing History just off them. Old Persian might get the beautiful run leaders back here. They will follow then by Suave Richard as they leave the straight over to its inside is Cheval Grand. And Tillinks away last of all. Desert Encounter as they work their way up the side. Raider Oro for Christophe Lemaire is going to take the front as they work up by the final 2,000 metres. It is Raider Oro in 26.75 showing the way. Over Magic Wand in second. Over on the fence is Old Persian travelling well, and to its outside is Hunting Horn. A length and a half then to Cheval Grand, who's locked away down on the inside of Racing History. Tillinks away to Suave Richard in the clear, and Tillinks away to Desert Encounter, who's back at the rear of the field. Down the back they go in the Shima Classic, and Allowed to Stride Raider Oro shows out by Tillinks. Over Magic Wand in second. Down on the fence Old Persian. Hunting Horn covers it as they run their way by the final 1,300 metres. Next of all down on the fence is Cheval Grand. Next is Racing History, the white cap, then Suave Richard, and locked away over on the inside is Desert Encounter. They're about to turn off the back now, and down the side they'll commence to run with Raider Oro dictating the speed as they go by the 1,000. Magic Wand in second position, edging a little closer. Old Persian over on the rails from a Hunting Horn. Then Cheval Grand down on the inside of Racing History. Desert Encounter and Suave Richard back at the rear, 8.5 lengths from the leader, which is Raider Oro. Raider Oro not let off the chain yet as they come to the top of the straight. 600 metres to go is still the leader. Magic Wand, the filly, gets a little closer. Old Persian badly needs a run. Outside of it is Hunting Horn. Now Old Persian pushes Hunting Horn out of the way, beginning to run on Cheval Grand down in the middle of the track, followed by Racing History. Magic Wand went to a narrow lead, but Old Persian pounced on it. 280 metres to go. Cheval Grand is down the outside. Suave Richard gets out late. It is Old Persian racing to the front. Suave Richard, Cheval Grand is trying to get there. Old Persian in front. It's well clear over Cheval Grand, and Old Persian takes it out. Old Persian way too good in the Shima Classic, wins by a length and a half. Second in Cheval Grand, third Suave Richard. A gap away in the field then to Magic Wand and Hunting Horn. They were followed by Raider Oro. Next to come in was Racing History, and back at the tail was Desert Encounter.
What a night it has been for His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, Godolphin, Charlie Appleby. Old Persian seemed to kick into another gear in the final quarter of a mile, final 16th. What were you thinking as he was coming down the stretch?
I was just pleased with the way that they've got a good, sensible gallop this evening, and you know, turning for home there, William made a very decisive move to make sure he got his gap and allowed himself to get that run that he needed. And once he did that, I could see William had just sat up on him again, and I knew that the acceleration was there, as it was for us all to see there in the City of Gold. So look, he's a class animal. It's a typical Derby that's gone from 3 to 4 and just done that unusual, great progression. Thank you very much. And look, it's like I say, it's been a fantastic evening for myself, Godolphin, more importantly for His Highness Sheikh Mohammed. It's been a great evening so far. We've obviously got the major race to be run.
When you reflect on tonight and what you've accomplished for Godolphin, for Sheikh Mohammed, what will you think? What do you say?
Oh, yeah, my job has always been, I'm going to say easier, to work for someone like His Highness Sheikh Mohammed is always giving me all the confidence in the world to allow us to do what we need to do, and hopefully the results are showing, and just to be here is it's very special and very enjoyable.
The results are showing. Go get your photo taken.
William, 3 wins tonight. That's your 4th Shima Classic, 3 in a row in the Shima. How do you get it done each and every year, it seems, in this race?
Look, it's fantastic, and I'm in a very privileged position in that, you know, all 4 of my Shima Classic winners, they've been fantastically good horses, and you know, every single one of them means something special to me. So you know, to come here on a night with the book of rides I had, and you know, thank you, and you know, it's just it's great when it comes off. And of course, we had a good position around in this race, but Christoph, he slackened the pace from the front, just halfway down the back, and it was a bit tactical turn of form. But this horse, as you saw, he had so much pace, and you know, he's just gone from strength to strength, and he's really confirmed his win in the City of Gold last time.
Were you ever worried that you were going to be bottled up down on the inside?
Yeah, of course. You know, we were getting a nice run in transit, but there is always that chance that, you know, if a horse is going equally as well and you're on your outside, they can hold you in. But it worked out lovely, and he's a lovely horse to look forward to as well.
Congratulations on a wonderful night.
Thank you very much.
And it has been a golden night for His Highness Sheikh Mohammed's Godolphin operation, a 3rd winner, and who knows, perhaps Thundersnow will make history. Sir, Blue Point, a brilliant sprinter, Cross Counter, a cross-continental staying champion, and now Old Persian, a horse of real promise. Which of the 3 has given you the most personal satisfaction this evening?
Every one of them. They are a winner, and of course, make you happy. But for this gathering, we are the winner, to bring everybody together, and the horses, and the owners, and the trainer. So this is me. The cup, we took it last year. This year, hope somebody else can take it.
You hope somebody else can take it, but if Thundersnow were to make history, that would make him a very, very special horse for you. And we saw your celebrations on the stage last year with your family after you won. He means a lot to you, this horse.
Yes, he's a very good horse, but he's not 100% now.
You don't think he's 100% now? So we might just have to wait till the summer. And as far as the summer's concerned, how much are you excited by the likes of Blue Point and this horse, Old Persian? How deep do you think they could take you into the season?
No, we're trying to find other horses to be, you know, happy with them. These are known, but you know, the new horses.
It's all about renewal, always is with you, and all about the future. Just a word on your trainer, Charlie Appleby. We know Said Bin Suroor has won 8 World Cups for you, but Charlie Appleby over the last 12 months has accomplished extraordinary feats on the global stage, thrust into prominence from a relatively anonymous position. How much satisfaction does that give you?
Well, he's been with me for a long time, and I am very happy with him. He listened.
And he listens, the most important thing. How much do you enjoy nurturing people as much as horses?
Of course. The people who train the horses, and you have to give them your experience and tell them what to do. And he did a very good job.
So thank you very much. Enjoy, and good luck with Thundersnow.
So Godolphin had won 3 on the night, but incredibly, the best could be still to come. The $12 million Group 1 Dubai World Cup, sponsored by Emirates Airline, and the return of reigning champion Thundersnow. He produced a stunning performance the year before, winning this race by just under 6 lengths and repelling the usual strong American challenge. However, his prep run in round 3 of the Al Maktoum Challenge had seen him beaten almost 10 lengths into second by Capizano. Could the UAE's flagship Entire do what no horse had been able to do and win back-to-back World Cups?
They're racing in the Dubai World Cup. North America flew out, went straight to the front. Second, Gronkowski, Thundersnow wants the front. Capizano holding up over on the inside. New Trails was next, Audible, followed by Axelrod, then Yoshida. Dolkong was up on the outside. Tillings off to Pavel, who'll be third from last with Seeking the Soul, and Gunnavera from the inside pole went right back to the rear. North America the leader over Thunder Snow as they leave the straight. Capizano needs a little bit more room over on the fence. It's reefing and tearing against the rider. Up on the outside is Gronkowski as they go to the back from New Trails. Then came Audible. A length away in the field is Dolkong. Just ahead of Dolkong in actual fact was Axelrod. Audible's back on the fence. Then came Pavel, Yoshida, Seeking the Soul, and Gunnavera sees them all. Down the back, 28.68 was the first 400 metres. North America is the front runner. Moving up on the outside to tackle it now is Gronkowski. Thunder Snow is between horses as they're about to turn off the back. Capizano down on the rails ahead of New Trails. Tillings away in the field, then to Axelrod feeling the pinch. Pavel takes off. Yoshida was next of all, then Audible Seeking the Soul. About to make a long run from the back with Gunnavera, and Dolkong's back at the rear. Top of the straight, and Gronkowski is pouring on the pressure to North America, still travelling okay. Thunder Snow is sweating on them. 3 lengths away then to Pavel around the outside. Oh, but next of all then New Trails. They were followed by Capizano, but Gronkowski went to the lead. Thunder Snow out in the middle. North America down on the fence. Pavel from a long way back. Gronkowski the front runner, 250 metres to go. Thunder Snow on the outside, levelling up. Down the outside, Gunnavera and Pavel. Thunder Snow going after Gronkowski. Thunder Snow reaches the front. Gronkowski fights hard. Thunder Snow, Gronkowski. Thunder Snow on the outside. Nose in front. It's double Thunder. Double Thunder with Thunder Snow getting in a nose to Gronkowski. Close up behind them is Gunnavera. They were followed by Audible, who flew home with Pavel, and close up Yoshida. Next to come across the line was Axelrod, New Trails. Then came Seeking the Soul, Dolkong. North America, Capizano was back with the tail enders. Stand by, it's a photo.
Has Thunder Snow become the first horse in history to win 2 Dubai World Cups? Saeed bin Surur could barely look at the screen. He doesn't want to look at me because they haven't announced the winner yet, but he can look at the screen now. Saeed is alongside me. Have you won your 9th Dubai World Cup? Has Thunder Snow won his 2nd? Now, we're taking it right to the line, creeping to the line. Their noses hit it together. Gronkowski's run a massive race to the inside, the white colours. Thunder Snow under maximum urging from Sumio at the line. And they hit it together. They hit it together. The crowd think that Saeed bin Surur has won. He doesn't want to talk until the result has been announced. And there it is. It's official. You won it. Saeed bin Surur, your horse has made history. 2 World Cups. Have you ever been so thrilled or so nervous?
Yes, all the way. That is. I mean, he's a brave horse. You know, he was a break after 5 months. He gave him a break, and we bring him back to Saturday. You know, he needs the race. Most of the people think could be this is not going to be good enough for him, but he was traveling good. Christoph, he gave him a great ride from draw number 12 to finish, and he won closed. It's brilliant result for him, for Godolphin, for Shah Mohammed.
Brave horse is an understatement. He has shown courage in spades. You have had such a journey with this horse, from France to the Kentucky Derby to these 2 World Cups. What does this equine athlete mean to you and your team?
Well, very rare you find a horse in the history. He can win Group 1 big races in turf and dirt, you know, and he ran big races in America. He won last year also here. I mean, to win it again, it is brilliant.
Christophe Soumillon told me after his prep run for this that he would improve by 10 lengths. I'll confess to you, Saeed, I thought he was mad. What did you think?
I agree with him.
and you proved spot on. I must ask you now, 9th World Cup for His Highness Sheikh Mohammed. You've seen him winning all the other races tonight. He said, I don't mind who wins the World Cup. What does it mean to you to get a piece of the action for him tonight?
I mean, it means a lot for me to see Thunder Snow to win for me. 9 Group World Cup winners. and also for Sheikh Mohammed, it's a great result for Gaddafi for horse racing worldwide to see a beautiful horse, famous horse worldwide to win again the World Cup.
Is this your favourite one so far?
So far.
Of course it is, and there might be more to come. Well done, Saeed.
Christoph, 2 in a row. How was this different from last year?
You can see last year I won by the lead, and I won by 5, 6 or even more lengths. And today Thunder have to fight hard, because when I came in the last turn, the 2 horses in the front are going quite better than me, so I give him a chance. I rode him a bit like I did in the Derby 2 years ago. And I really want to say a big thank you to Saeed bin Suroor and also to Sheikh Mohammed, because just before the race, they say to me a little few words that you need to be so much confident and do everything right. But thanks to Thunder Snow, because without him I would be not able to do such kind of things.
How much did you have to work to get past Gronkowski and O'Sheen?
It was very hard. Like you can see, I was more looking like a Cheltenham jump jockey in the end than an American style jockey, but what you need with him is just make him going, and sometimes you need to do something different.
Congratulations on becoming the first 2-time winner aboard a single horse with Thunder Snow.
Thank you so much, but the thing is, I promised to Saeed that I will just have the trophy and he will have the money, so I have to come back next year.
That was an absolute thriller. I mean, a nose away from your first Dubai World Cup win. I know that must be tough, but just take me through the race and that incredible finish by Gronkowski.
Nobody wants to finish second, but what a brave effort. I was very privileged to ride the horse for obviously Phoenix Thoroughbreds and Salim bin Ghadair, and they've done a terrific job conditioning him for this race, and this was his target since he left America. We hit the crossbar, but we tried hard.
What were the instructions today? Because he's much closer to the pace than I think we've really ever seen him before.
Yeah, I suppose I spent 10 minutes warming him up and I gave him a dig out. I just felt the fancied horses would be ridden prominently, and why give them a head start? So I had an open book, and it nearly worked out.
What did you think when you hit the wire?
Oh, I knew I was beaten. He's a much bigger horse than Thunder Snow, but Christoph's body was further in front of mine.
We talk about you as a burgeoning young star. You've obviously already accomplished quite a bit, but a lot in these silks for Phoenix Thoroughbreds. What does it mean to give them such a big effort today?
Yeah, I suppose the dream nearly paid off. They're very good people to ride for. Good team of people around them, Dermot Farrington, Tom Lutt, as well as many others. And obviously with my Qatar Racing links and Sheikh Fad, and I ride for Saeed bin Suroor, you know, I've got some very good people around me.
No doubt about it, and a lot of talent. Well done.
Thanks, Brittany.
And so the night ended with a scintillating performance from Thunder Snow, winning back-to-back Dubai World Cups. And what a night for His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, and indeed for Godolphin, with 4 winners on the 9-race card. Thank you for watching, and remember, if you want to experience the majesty of Dubai World Cup night, or indeed the Dubai World Cup Carnival as a whole, you're only a flight away.
Welcome along, everyone, to what is the biggest day of racing in the world. Gates are back and they're racing. Cross count here to win by a length and a quarter over Esperini. Try again and he wins. Almost set. Gates are back. They're racing in the Dubai World Cup. Thunder Snow reaches the front. Gronkowski fights hard. Thunder Snow on the outside. Nose in front. It's double Thunder.